What is poppin', people, and welcome back to another tattoo tips video. Today's video is gonna be on how to set up for a tattoo. So if you are a pro artist, you've been doing it for a few years, this video is probably not gonna be for you unless you want to know how I actually set up. But if you are new to tattooing and you're just curious on how to set up, then this video is definitely for you. Now, getting straight into it, first and foremost, hand sanitize those grubby mitts. And fellas, I'm looking at you. Women, take a pause a minute. Fellas, we know we can be a little bit grubby sometimes. A little bit like, might wear as boxer shorts more than once a day. So, do not be scratching your balls or picking your ass before you do a tattoo. Hand sanitize, people. Make sure your hands are clean. Once I've hand sanitized, then what I will do is glove up and grab my spray bottle and spray down the surface that I'm going to be working on. The spray that I use personally is isopropanol, which is the 100% alcohol, but you can use like Distill or any cleaning product that kills all the bacteria. Whichever one you're using, obviously carry on using that, but I use ISO. And then what I'll do is I will put my cling film over the top. By doing this, what that does is obviously kills the bacteria or the HIV, for example, that might lay on my surface. But it also helps with sticking my cling film to the surface so it's not moving around and it's not coming off during the tattoo process. Now, generally, I will be spraying and wrapping anything that I am going to be touching or using through the entire tattoo process. Now, a lot of artists, they tend to go one step further and they will wear sleeves that go over their arm and their gloves to minimize any contact between them and the tattoo also. They will wrap their arms, like they will go above and beyond to wrap everything. So if you want to do that, you can do that. But generally, I just keep it to things like my armrest, lights, the surface that they're getting tattooed on, etc. So that's the general setup done. That's what everybody should be doing. You might vary it up a little bit and do things a little bit different, wrap things less or wrap things more and stuff, but generally that's how everything goes. So let's get on to my actual setup and the way that I like to lay things out. The first thing on my setup is my Vaseline / ointment, which isn't actually a Vaseline, it is a tattoo balm, tattoo cream, healing cream, whatever you want to call it. And that is actually, should I give them some exposure? Because they don't even sponsor me yet. So why should I give them exposure on this channel? Nah, I'm only kidding. It is Butterlux. The Vaseline or balm that I use is called Butterlux. My personal favorite is bubblegum. The bubblegum flavor, the smell is, it's just divine. Next, I have 2 cups of water. 1 cup of water is for my rinse cup, it's to rinse my needles out. And my 2nd cup of water is to wash the tattoos down. I do not use any green soap or any cleaning agents in my wash down. However, I do have a bottle filled with a soapy water if I ever did need it. But the reason I don't use any cleaning agents in my water is because I want to preserve my stencil. I'm a realism artist. I need my stencil to be there for as long as possible. And using soap, a cleaning agent, does not make sense to me if you wanted to preserve your stencils. So, yep, 2 cups of water, and that is it. Now onto the ink caps. Now the ink caps that I like to use are the 14mm ink caps. I feel like 14mm is a nice balance between the big and the smaller ones for an entire tattoo session. It's very rare that I get down to the bottom of that ink cap and then I'm like, you know, bashing that needle on the bottom. It very rarely happens with 14s. The smaller ones are just way too small and the bigger ones are just way too large, and you end up with at least half still remaining at the end of the session. So 14 is a perfect size for me. Now I have 6 of these set up, 1 for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and black on the Silverback Insta range that I am using. And then finally we have the machine and needles. You all know what I'm using by now, and that is a Bishop wand shader. The needles that I am using vary depending on the tattoo, but it always has a 7 curved mag, a 13 curved mag, a 5 round shader and a 3 liner, and then the rest is just varied up to the tattoo that I'm doing, the size of the tattoo, etc. and so on. And then generally off to my left hand side, what I have is my iPad resting on my armrest, just with my reference on it. What I like to do is always keep my reference close to my tattoo. I don't want to be looking like over here at the tattoo and then coming back over here and you know, continuing the tattoo, because from the time where I've gone from here to here, the information has gone. So what I like to do is I like to have it close by, so I'm literally looking at the tattoo, looking at the reference, looking at the tattoo, looking at the reference. It's almost impossible for me to lose the information. You retain the information a lot better. So yep, always close by. A little tip for you though, when you're looking at something close, it can become muddled, and you know, you can see your tones and stuff, but you don't get a clearer picture of your tones. I don't know how to explain this. I really don't know how to explain this, but anyway, like, you'll see for yourself. Have your reference close to you, but then have your reference far away from you. Have a print off of your reference further away from you, and then when you're further back, you can see where your dark tones are and your light tones are and stuff like that, and then you can compare your tattoo against that as well as what's up close. I can't explain it, but just do it. But guys, that is my setup. That is what I do for every single tattoo. I set up the same way all the time. I like to keep it simple and I like to keep it minimal. Anyways, if you are stumbling across this video and you are new around here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to turn on bell notifications to get notified every time I upload a new video. But guys, I shall see you all in the next video next Sunday at 6 PM. Don't forget the new schedule. Peace.